Hello, welcome back to my channel, To The Witchy Reader. I'm Zahara, so I will be chatting about a book I better read recently. It's not yet published, but it is called A Dance of Bow and Blade. I loved this book so much. I cannot wait till it's published so that I can buy it. Probably not right away, but eventually to have it on my shelf, reread it, to have it, because it was amazing. So basically, it is a King Arthur and Robin Hood retelling, but a sapphic. So Art, who is the queen, is the King Arthur part, the female version, obviously. Then there's Robin, who is the female version of Robin Hood. And it starts off kind of interesting with Robin had kind of entered the castle, and she was at this dance. She ends up dancing with Art, and she immediately gets arrested. And so it already started off a lot flirtier than I was expecting. But I was here for it. And of course she doesn't stay in jail very long because she escapes because she is Robin Hood in this reality. And yeah. But so it has a very interesting start. Pretty opening, awesome opening. I absolutely loved it. And Robin and Art do not like each other. They have an attraction towards each other, but they don't like that they have an attraction towards each other because they are everything that they hate, and yet they don't hate each other even though they want to. Sort of vibe. Robin hates Art because she is royalty, and she hates the royals and the knights, and then Art hates Robin because she hates thieves. But Robin convinces Art to go on this little adventure with her to find something that would help the kingdom. And Art, who cares about the kingdom, ends up agreeing. Of course, she doesn't go alone. She has her knights and sisters with her. But Robin doesn't go alone either because neither one of them are stupid, and she has her band of thieves. So the knights do not like the thieves do not like the knights. There's a lot of fighting going on. But it's really interesting because they get to see, they do not like each other at first. Well, they do and they don't at the same time. It's kind of a complex. But they, on this journey, they end up showing each other, like, their sides of their point of views. And it was really interesting. Robin realized that Art does care about the kingdom. Robin makes Art realize that the kingdom is suffering and makes Art want to help them more. And you see both their trauma and everything they've been through. Like, Robin obviously has gone through enough with having no home, and that's why the nature and the kingdom means so much to her. And then Art always feels like she's never chosen, and she's second choice and stuff. And Gwen is mentioned. There is a mention of Gwen. You never meet her, but she's mentioned. So that was interesting. I got so excited when she was mentioned. There was one character, the sheriff, I absolutely hated her the entire time. And there's one character, Val, who had these prophetic dreams. She was so sweet. And what's her name? Kai? It's been minutes since I read it. But the sheriff, she was so mean to Val for like no reason at all. And it always broke my heart. But yeah, so it was really nice to see how much Art cares about Val, her sisters, and the knights, as well as Robin caring about her thieves, which one of them does include her sister as well, and how much they would do for the people they care about. And there was one also scene where they were kind of like fighting or arguing, whatever, and they ended up kissing, and I was squealing. I was like, they finally kissed. And because the entire time up to this kiss, like, the amount of times they were, like, they would yell because they didn't like each other and didn't like what they stood for, but then they would be flirty the next second, and I'm just like, you guys are not fooling anybody. They kept denying it, too. Arch would deny it to her knights, Robin would deny it to her thieves, but everybody saw it, except for the two of them. Yet they were also very flirty, especially Robin. I got the vibe from Robin with because I made a few posts on Blue Sky as I was reading, and Robin gave me a little vibe from Dean Winchester from Supernatural because just of little things she would do and whatever. And then Art gave me little vibes from Piper Halliwell from Charmed because of the whole even though I don't think it was confirmed, because she has two sisters, so I don't think it was confirmed, like, where, like, who's the oldest, who's the middle, who's the youngest. But I even did a whole explanation why I felt like, who was the oldest, who was the middle, and who was the youngest. And I explained that I thought, Art was the middle, because she was always trying to sort of keep her sisters from fighting, trying to keep the peace, trying to keep everyone together. Definitely the heart of the trio, and that was definitely Piper Halliwell in the first 3 seasons. Obviously, because she ends up having to take an older sister role, but the first 3 seasons she was definitely middle child. She was always the forgotten one, always the heart of the family. Even later on, even when she was no longer the middle child, but she was the heart, and she kept everyone together. She kept everyone sane. I was like, that was definitely giving me Art vibes. Plus, she had some power in her, and yeah. And I love both Piper endings, so I love Art and Robin. But yeah, and I loved the ending. I'm not gonna spoil what the ending was about, but I loved it. I don't know how to say it without spoiling it, so I won't get into it too much because, like I said, I don't want to spoil what the ending did. But I thought it was the perfect way to end both these characters without one of them having to give up everything. Also, without having to break them up. I thought it was done beautifully well, and I loved it. And I loved how. So there was also a few twists. There's one that made me really angry that on one side felt obvious, but on the other side it didn't. And once again, I'm not going to go any further into explaining all that because it would be a huge spoiler. But the other twist had to do with Art, and it was really interesting. And I love how Robin was the one that kind of brought her back. That's all I'm saying about that too. Man, there's so many things I'm trying to say without saying it. Trying to be non-spoilery is very hard if you did not know this. But I absolutely love this book. It was just so good. I love this ship. I love the characters and the relationships. Not just with the ship. Obviously, I loved the parts of the relationships. I loved watching all of it. I love watching the ship bloom as well, showing both of them having trust issues because of their past, and showing that they can overcome it together, and having they both made mistakes as well at this in their relationship. They both have, maybe said the wrong thing or did something, but they always also came back and apologized, willing to work on it, willing to change, willing to whatever to make it work because they loved each other enough. And they definitely have this healthy relationship, even though they come on opposite sides, royalty and peasant, or queen and thief, whatever you want to call it. And they're came from this forbidden world, but they're also willing to make it work because they care about each other so much, and they would do anything for one another. So there was definitely tension and angst, but there was also definitely the sweet moments. There was also the heartbreaking moments. There were just so many moments with them, and I loved every minute of it. I cannot wait until this book comes out. I'm so excited for everyone to be able to enjoy it. Art and Robin were two amazing characters, and they're definitely becoming one of my favorite ships. And I absolutely love reading about them, and I wouldn't complain about reading about them some more. But the journey was also interesting, watching these people that did not like each other being forced to hang out for the same cause, because even though none of them liked each other, they all cared about the kingdom, which also made everyone start to get along in some aspects. Maybe not everyone. I won't say everyone, but most of them became really close and formed a bond. Not just Art and Robin either. Like, I know Val got close to one of the knights, or thieves, I meant to say. And so that was nice. And just love watching the growth, not just for the relationships, not even just for the main relationship, the other relationships as well as the characters, watching them grow and learn and evolve was such a beautiful journey, and it was just such an amazing read altogether, and I cannot express how much I loved it at all. Definitely one of the highlights of the year. Highly recommend. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment if you want to read this. I would love to share with you comments. Until next time.